which in my country is a stigma in itself, I can tell you. So today I'm going to tell you about Fanamania, and more in particular Fanamania Baseball that went live in the App Store last week. I want to give you a bit of background first though. I'm a developer. I quit my day job a couple of years ago to start up a small dev shop called Free Advance. And a year and a half ago, I managed to convince my friend Darren, who's not here today, I'll tell you why in a second, but he's the, sort of the architect behind the artistry. So he's a developer, he jumped on board to help me build apps because he loves building apps, just like me. As well as that, he loves sports. And the reason why he's not here is because he's playing for Arlington Celtic, our soccer team, that is about to kick off like in 5 minutes. So I'm missing that game of video. Hopefully they're not missing it. Anyway, so let me tell you about Darren and I, but we love soccer, we love sports in general, and we've actually just set up a DC Sports Tech meetup group. So if any of you guys are interested, please check it out. Our first meetup group is going to be in mid-May, and we're really excited about that. So, you know, we love sports, we love developing things. Now, last summer, I think it was in August last summer, I met up with a guy who was about to tell me his wonderful, weird idea. I met a bunch of people in coffee shops. I like to hear people out. I love to talk to people. So he told me his idea, and you know, I was a little bit skeptical at first. People talk to me and they think I'm going to jump in with 2 feet and going to give it all to their crazy idea. We've all heard crazy ideas. We've all probably told crazy ideas. But this time it was different. I met a guy called Dan Cook. He's that guy over there. And he told me about his concept, his vision of interacting with live sporting events, interacting with any events. His idea was called Fanamania. And in particular, it started with Fanamania Baseball, and it was going to be a mobile app. And what Fanamania was the same objective sports game, fantasy type game that allowed you to make decisions based on what's going on at that time, at that moment. Not like fantasy sports when you pick your roster in advance, at that time. So Fanamania would allow you to play a game head to head against an opponent, whereby you would go through 9 innings, 27 outs, inning by inning against your opponent. So just say it's Sunday at 4 o'clock, there's a bunch of games going on, so I'm going to make my first pick. I look at all the games going on and I see that the Yankees are playing. So my first pick is Derek Jeter, who gets up and he swings and he hits a single in a real game, which means he gets on to first base on my game. So if he's on first base, I go and make another pick. The Nationals are playing. We've got Bryce Harper. No contest. We pick Bryce up. I pick Bryce Harper, and obviously he scores a home run. So he scores a home run. He scores once in our game, and our guy on first, Derek Jeter, he scores as well. So that means I'm 2 up in my game. So this is sort of fantasy-esque, and I'll tell you a little bit about the fantasy world in general. I don't know, most people are probably techies here, but fantasy industry is like it's a $3 billion industry where 90% of people are white and 90% of people are men that play this game. So there's a ton of people that are watching sports, twiddling their thumbs that are obviously not falling into that demographic. That's where we come in. They're going to pick up the phone as an easy manner. It's very viral, you can invite people to play. They're going to come along, pick up the phone and start actually interacting with the real sporting event. So you could be watching on TV, you can feel the atmosphere, you can be at a game and really appreciate the fact that somebody's having a good day or somebody's not having a good day. Up until now, fantasy players are watching the games and they're thinking, you know, they're probably waiting for something to happen. They're probably regretting the fact that they picked somebody who's playing that day and he's having a shit game. But it's different now because you're actually interacting as the game goes on. So in addition to this interactivity on game day when you're actually playing and make your picks, we're thinking, well, what are people going to do during the off season? So during the off season, we simulate last season's play. So right now in the App Store, we have a 2012 simulation, a fast-paced letterpress style game that allows you to play against anybody very quick, and it's real actual data. It's just not a game. If you know the game and you know the sports, you have an idea who's good and how they did last season, so you can play a game based on your actual knowledge, and it's a quick-fire letterpress style game. So the game itself, it's live in the App Store right now as a simulation. We're working really, really hard to get the live version going, because as you can imagine, we're taking in feeds from every game across the MLB every day. So that's every single event. We're having the pitches come in, we're analyzing the pitches, and we're reflecting that and hitting up everyone's phone that's connected to it and letting them know that something happened in their game. So it's a ton of big data awesomeness. It's amazing as a developer. It's obviously really frightening because this thing is going live in a couple of weeks, so we're testing the hell out of it. So this is where Startup Jackpot comes in. Ooh, woo! Yeah, I like that. This is where...
that's 20 seconds.
Oh, here we go. Startup Jackpot comes in because we need marketing help. We need some help to be actually able to get this out there. We want people to start using it. We have a guy waiting in the wings at the social media pro. We need to get him in. We also need to get a bunch of interns to just start cranking the wheels. So right now, help us out with Startup Jackpot. Help us out by telling all your friends about Fanamania. Tell your friends who love fantasy. Tell your friends who love fantasy. Tell your friends that...